When I got assigned to a golf company, their job was to guard the perimeter around Fubai base. Fubai was a pretty large base, and the way you would stand perimeter, you had a what would commonly be called a foxhole. We call them fighting holes. About every 75 feet, 2 men would be in that hole. You would stand in that, or you would stay in that hole 24 hours a day, and at least one person would be awake all the time. They called a 50% watch. I was put in a hole with one of the best guys I ever met in my life. His name was R.B. Marchbanks from New Mexico. R.B. had been in Vietnam about 6 months and was all tanned and been out on the operations and was tough. And he told me one day, stick with me and I'll get you through this thing okay. And I trusted R.B. Everything he did. One of the funny things that would happen on bunker watch is sometimes only one man would have a watch, and we would share the watch. And you'd stand 4 hours bunker watch, and then you would wake your partner up, and he would stand 4 hours. And at night, you'd get real sleepy. And I would get sleepy, and I'd look at the watch, and it might be midnight. So I'd take that watch and run it up to 2 o'clock and wake RB up. He would stand watch. Should stand watch for 4 hours, but he would usually get sleepy at about 2 hours. He would run the watch up a couple hours and wake me up. And one day we actually had the sun up when it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. So we caught on to each other, and we weren't doing it to try to punish the other Marine. We were tired. We both knew we were doing it. Every bunker was doing it. And if you got tired, you needed to wake somebody up. We never really got hit hard while we were in the bunkers. We caught some sniper fire and things like that, but a little bit of harassment along the wire, but that was about it. One of the scariest things that ever happened was when a herd of rats came through. And I promise these rats were about the size of a possum. They were big. Some of them stood over a foot tall. And we saw about, I would guess, 10 to 12,000 of them at one time. I'll tell you about that in a